Hiya, just thought I'd just film a little bit. Nice to see you. Are you good? Honestly, I appreciate you making the time.
Can I take a little like BTS?
How would you describe yourself to someone that's like never met you?
Oh my gosh, do you know what? That's like one of the hardest questions. Myself. This is really hard. It makes you really have to self-reflect. I feel like I'm quite a hands-on person. I feel like I always want to be doing a lot of things, but at the same time I want the freedom and like the flexibility to do those things from wherever, if that makes sense. So like I like to be on my own time, but I like to be doing like a bunch of different things. It's probably a really weird way to like explain it.
No,
but
not at all.
traveling is like super important to me. I feel like I like to just like travel different parts of the world, or even like, and even if it's not super far, I like to just always be like discovering new places. I just like to meet new people, figure out what they're doing, like learn new things about them.
What is it that travel really gives you, do you think?
I think it's just like, I don't know, just like new perspectives as well. Have you ever like, sometimes I'll go places and you know, like even for example, London, like I'm not from London, so like being here, I'm like, oh, everyone's so fast paced and you know, like getting stuff done and whatever. But like I'll go to a new place and it's like, you just see how people like live differently. I feel like you can always learn something from like every culture or every place. I think Canada's really cool. I really like Canada and I feel like the people in Canada are really, really nice. But then I went to in Portugal and everyone's just very chill. And I'm like, I like this. I really like this. I came back, I was like, how do I move to Portugal? 10 out of 10 would go again. I feel most myself when things are like accomplished, my to-do list is like done, I'm in a good environment and I can just breathe. When my things are like ticked off, I'm like, okay, I can relax. So I think as long as I always have something like planned, exciting things that are gonna happen, and yeah, that's a good place for me to be. So she is a French bulldog. We actually got her, she's turning 10 this year.
What's her name?
Starla. Yeah. She's amazing and she's always been plant-based as well, because when we got her, my mum did a lot of research to see if like Frenchies could be plant-based, and it said that they actually like thrive on a plant-based diet. So yeah, she's always been great, and we never tell the vets either. So we take her and they're always like, she's so healthy, she's so strong, she's got so much muscle, and we're like, like you don't know. Yeah, she's lovely. She brings us a lot of happiness. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, so life before camp out, I graduated from uni. I did fine art at university. And then as soon as I came out of university, I actually started working for, do you remember Ethics, the clothing brand? Tim Sheaf, back in the day. So I did that for a while. A lot of like vegan events, like all the Veg Fest things and vegan nights. Yeah, I kind of like went into the vegan scene quite heavily anyway. My brother had obviously already set it up prior to that in like 2015. So I was always kind of like with him doing it, but never full time. And then it was kind of, I think it was COVID time where I took it much more like seriously and became actually fully like integrated in it.
10 years later, would you have thought this would have become like a big part of your life? Did you kind of envisage it's going to go this way, or was it kind of like pulled you?
Yeah, not even in the slightest. Like I went to university and I was one of them people that never really went to get a job out of it, which sounds kind of crazy, but I just loved art. I was like, I don't know really what I'm going to do after this. We'll just see. I was kind of like, let's just see what happens, you know. And I've never really been someone with like a secure plan or goal. I kind of just go with the flow, but it's worked out nice, and you know, it's enabled me to be like in opportunities that I never thought I'd be in. Essentially, I'm in like events organization, and yeah, that's not something I ever thought for myself. So it's really cool, and like doing it alongside my brother obviously just makes it even more amazing. Before Jordan actually ever even did vegan camp out, in my gap year before university, we actually did a lot of jobs together, like saving money for like university and things like that. We used to do like cleaning jobs together. We used to do like popcorn jobs together, like in a popcorn factory.
Popcorn job.
Like literally in a popcorn factory, yeah. No. So we literally did so many like random jobs together. So I've always worked with him in so many different ways. So to think that like, yeah, if someone had said to us like, this is what we would be doing, I'd just be like, that's crazy, you know? So yeah. Funny how life works out. I definitely wouldn't say that I was comfortable with uncertainty. I kind of like to control aspects of my life, but the way that things have gone have just worked out. And I think maybe that aspect of things have sort of allowed me to be a bit more comfortable with uncertainty. Like even moving forward, I'm like, you know, life will bring what life brings, and we just got to adapt, go with the flow, and just, yeah, sort of just like learn from every experience.
And what point did you realise, basically, you know, I guess Feeding Camera was going to be as big as it is?
Honestly, probably from the first official year, because the first official time was just 400 people in a field. Like, my brother just invited a load of people and was like, let's just have a massive camp out in a field. We had like one DJ, one food trader. That was it. It wasn't a festival. It was literally just like a party in a field. It was amazing. And then when we did like the actual first official one a year later, that was like a fully fledged festival. And I was like, okay, this is actually a thing. So I was like, yeah, he's onto something. Like, this is going to be something. And then 10 years later, you know, a lot of people know about it, and people literally travel from a lot of countries just for the event, which is just crazy. So
a girl from LA coming doing this group trip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wait, who is she?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, yeah, I saw her reel actually the other day. I'm actually meeting a girl today who I've never met before. She's like, let's meet up and get like some lunch or something. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, literally, why not? Like, and I like that, you know, it gets you networking with people. So, yeah.
And how do you think your role's really changed?
Yeah, it's changed quite a lot actually. I feel like I've done a lot more different things over the recent years that I never did at the start. For example, even just small things like managing sponsors to, you know, like finding like photographers for the event, and whatever needs doing at the time, I'll sort of be like, let me do that, I can take care of that, and sort of just, yeah, learn how to do it in the moment. And now I definitely have more things going on.
What do you feel the last 10 years has kind of taught you?
I never thought I would be in the event space like this, but I feel like every single year is another learning curve. Even when things go wrong, I'm like, okay, that's interesting, because I never thought that would go wrong. And you have to like adapt and learn and understand why. And I feel like each year is just another, it's like a whole other, what's the word, like challenge, I guess. There's always something new that you have to figure out. Like when it's been the same venue, you almost have the same blueprint to go again. But when you change venues like we are doing this year, it's like you're just starting from scratch essentially. And then even on the actual event weekend, we're like, this is going wrong, well, let's sort this out, and that can't work. So it's always something. It's a very, keeps you on your toes job for sure. I feel like we get the reward when it's like done and we've gone home, when you can sit there, you can see everyone's like stories and pictures, and you're like, okay, we did all right, like it went well. And you only really get that like a few days after the event. You can't really feel it in the moment. The community is so strong that they really do just support us in so many different ways. Like even when we do get criticized for things going wrong, you know, and some people want to like have negative opinions and comments, and that's fine. But I feel like the majority of people have always been like just super supportive and patient with us when we do, you know, like make a mistake or if something goes a little bit wrong. Like I think the support is just overwhelming, to be honest.
What's like one moment you really just stopped? Look how far we've kind of come.
It might have been 2022 when we had like almost 13,000 people. It was our biggest year. And we were on stage sort of just doing our awkward little speech, thanking everyone for coming. And I remember just looking out to like an absolute sea of people because it was just our biggest year. And I was like, wow, this is actually kind of crazy. Like, I feel like we're at you know, download or Glastonbury or just something crazy like that, because I've never seen that many people and I'm speaking to these people. Like, that was such a weird moment, but it was also just, yeah, a very proud moment of being like, we did this, you know, like this many people are here to have fun and like support. And I think even in that moment, I got everyone to like cheer on the count of 3, and I like filmed it. And then I looked back at the video and I was like, whoa. And I have so many people be like, how can you speak to that many people? It's actually quite interesting, because at school and a university, I always used to have a little bit of like a mini breakdown if I had to speak in front of the class. I was never comfortable speaking at all. Like, I would nearly cry, even if it was in front of like 10 of my own classmates. It was so hard for me. So then to do what we do now, like, I've came such a long way, like even just on a personal little like achievement thing. I'm like, I've came such a long way, that's crazy. But yeah, makes you realize like life is never as scary as you think it is sometimes. So yeah, because my stepdad, he's half Bayesian and half Spanish. So I was like, you know what, let's go for Barbados.
What would you say, what's been the hardest moment?
I don't know, like I said, I think I've struggled having thick skin sometimes. So when I see like people's comments, sometimes I've been like, and I just take it really personally. But to be fair, it only really lasts like 2 days. And on the 3rd day, I'm like, why was I even bothered? It's fine. But I think I've struggled having like, yeah, thick skin in moments. I think you've just got to love what you're doing, and I think that's the main part, and then you'll always figure it out. So yeah, about people. Yeah, they're just gonna do what they're gonna do, and you just have to adapt to it. Because I'm like a massive people observer as well, so I'll notice different people's like, do you know what I mean? Like whether it's the way they handle something, or if it's stress. Like certain people just deal with things very differently, and you have to sort of like, you can't change them. You can maybe help them.
What gives you energy today?
Today, the sun. I am a big serotonin person, so I'm like, the sun is everything to me. As long as it's sunny, all my problems are very minimal.
Where do you go when you do need to recharge and stuff, would you say?
Honestly, the gym. I feel like the gym is my place, not just for physical, but a massive like mental stimulation as well. I think staying fit is super important for like your mental as well as your physical.
What's one thing people misunderstand about you?
Probably that I have quite a soft interior. I think a lot of people have often said to me that when they see me online, they think I'm going to be this really intimidating, like hard person. And I'm like, damn, is that how I come across? But then every time I meet people, they're like, you're so nice and soft and just, you know, chill. I'm like, thanks. Maybe I need to change up my online presence. But yeah, no, I'm definitely like, what's the word? I can get emotional and sensitive and just not as hard-shelled as I maybe appear.
Yeah.
Yeah. What keeps me curious? There's always more to explore. There's always more to learn. I feel like we're very used to sort of being in our environment sometimes, that we don't look outside it. I think success to a lot of people is usually like a financial thing, but I think, not to sound like super cliche, but I do think happiness and like comfortability is definitely like the goal. As long as you're happy doing what you're doing and you enjoy your day. Obviously, people always have like bad days. I feel like as long as your day is like fulfilling to you, that's success to me. The energy inside. Maybe like the burning like passion that you have to do something. You know, like the fire that you have inside you to either like create something or like build something or yeah, like execute an idea. I feel like that's what that means to me.
What excites you about the future?
Just new opportunities and yeah, new environments, just new everything, you know, always learning something, always in a new situation.
People watching this, I don't know, what would you like them to go away thinking, like who Ellis is, what you're about?
Honestly, just A person who's still figuring everything out. I think it's very easy, especially on Instagram, to look like you are someone with everything together, and it's certainly not the case. You know, everyone posts their highlight reels of their life or the best moments of their life. And as much as I'm thankful for my life, I certainly don't have everything together. So yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still open to new things and meeting new people. So I think it's just an important take, like you said, like someone might look a certain way, whether it's unapproachable or, you know, they've got all of this going on and they're good and they're set for life or whatever it might be. And it's just not usually the case, you know. Everyone's kind of figuring it out as they go along, so.